primer evento, Sawick?
Es la segunda vez que vengo.
Es la segunda vez que viene. ¿Qué te ha parecido el día de hoy?
Bueno, para empezar, muy bien. Siempre los eventos son muy buenos.
Qué bueno. ¿Qué es lo que más te ha agradado así de nuestros eventos?
La atención, la comunicación que tienen con nosotras, el trato, todo muy bueno.
¿Y los caballeros qué tal?
Los caballeros también son personas muy agradables, con las cuales se puede compartir y pues de llegar a algo, pues yo creo que sí. Afortunada.
Qué chévere. Y cuéntanos un poquito, ¿cuántos años tienes, Sawi?
Tengo 32 años.
32 años. Perfecto. Bueno, vamos a hacer algo. Si quieres sacar un papelito de acá para ver qué pregunta te sale. Preguntas sencillitas. A ver qué nos dicen las preguntas del destino para que esos caballeros te conozcan un poquito más. ¿Qué dicen?
¿Prefieres un hombre romántico o más directo?
Ah, cuéntanos.
Romántico.
Romántico.
Sí.
¿Por qué? ¿Qué es lo que más te gusta de ese romanticismo?
Porque son hombres que se dan tu tiempo, te cortejan, no estás como quien dice bajo presión y pues digamos que yo soy un poco enchapada a la antigua y para mí es ideal, claro.
Ah, qué bueno.
Entonces prefiero un hombre romántico, no importa el tiempo, no importa que tanto se tarde, pero ya yo estar segura de lo que estoy haciendo.
Bueno, chicos, ya saben que a Sawi le gusta que la cortejen a la antigua. Bueno, ¿y qué tal? Otra preguntita. Vamos a revolver ahí, a ver, revuelve, a ver. Otra pregunta, a ver qué tal. ¿Qué nos dices?
¿Cuál es tu meta a largo plazo? Bueno, sí.
Esos planes, esos proyectos que tienes en mente.
Tengo un proyecto a largo plazo y sé que es a largo plazo porque no es tan fácil, menos en estos países latinoamericanos. Conocer la Torre Eiffel es uno de mis proyectos.
Qué chévere. A ver, si hay algún chico por ahí que le gusta Francia, ya sabe que Sawi quiere ir a conocer la Torre Eiffel. Qué bueno. ¿Y algún otro?
Bueno, me gustaría tener una fundación para perros, para todos los perros de la calle, animales en general, no importa. Y pues esa es una de las metas también.
Bueno, yo te apoyo en eso porque a mí también me encantan los perritos.
A mí también.
Qué chévere. Bueno, ¿y qué tal una tercera pregunta?
Claro que sí.
Sawi está aquí muy dispuesta a ver con qué le sorprende.
¿Cómo te ves en 3 y 10 años? Bueno, me veo realizada profesionalmente, ya que soy estudiante de medicina veterinaria. Me veo realizada en lo que estoy estudiando, realizada en todos los sentidos, incluido el plan de la fundación, incluido en los conocimientos, ayudar a cualquier animal, indiferentemente de lo que pase o suceda. Y realizada, pues ya casada, tengo 2 niñas, pero me gustaría tener una familia nuevamente, de papá, hijos, todo. Pues valoro mucho la unión familiar.
Qué bueno. Sí, y si ya nos comentaste que eres una persona con una costumbre, unos valores, una educación pues de esa magnitud, pues no lo dudo en ningún momento que realmente ese caballero debe estar dentro de ese círculo y dentro de esos estándares como tal. Me parece maravilloso, de verdad, Sawi. Bueno, si alguien te fuera a mandar una carta, ¿cuál te gustaría que fuese esa pregunta como para conectar?
Me gustaría que me preguntara esto: si me tocara reencarnar en algún animal, ¿cuál y por qué?
Ajá. Bueno, chicos, ahí le dejamos esa pregunta. Si quieren conectar con Sawi, ya saben que le pueden mandar una carta a su perfil 204907 y que su pregunta es esa: si reencarnarías en un animal, ¿cuál sería y por qué? Una bella mujer cartagenera, inteligente, futura veterinaria de la ciudad. Así que, ¿qué esperan? Contacten a Sawi para que establezca una bonita conexión. Esperamos que esta noche también sea fantástica para ti, Sawi.
Claro que sí.
Ok, gracias por tu tiempo. A ti. Si seguimos en búsqueda del match ideal y en esta oportunidad queremos conseguir al amor ideal de Adriana, nuestra afiliada 182655. ¿Cómo estás, Adri? Feliz noche.
Muy bien, gracias.
Te he visto que la has pasado como muy bien esta noche.
La verdad sí, me gusta mucho el ambiente, ha sido muy agradable, es un ambiente muy, muy dinámico. Realmente ha sido una maravillosa experiencia.
Tú has tenido experiencias anteriores ya con la agencia, ¿cierto? En otros
Sí,
eventos.
claro, he estado en otros eventos el año pasado y pues también me pareció muy chévere y muy interesante, la verdad. Y por eso sigo asistiendo. Me parece una agencia muy seria.
Eso es lo más importante. ¿Y qué tal los caballeros de esta noche?
Bueno, muy interesante, la verdad es que siempre hay prototipos muy interesantes y obviamente muy variables de diferentes partes. Eso le hace que uno tenga como esa expectativa muchísimo más.
Qué rico, qué bueno. Bueno, y cuéntanos un poquito, el día de hoy, a diferencia de otros eventos, ¿has sentido alguna conexión? ¿Ha pasado algo?
Bueno, la verdad es que tengo la dicha de que la mesa en la que estoy es una mesa muy alegre, realmente, y se maneja un ambiente muy chévere y logramos tener esa química, realmente creo que con casi todos los que han estado en la mesa.
Ah, bueno, maravilloso. ¿Cuántos años tienes, Andy?
Tengo 28 años.
28 años. Qué bueno. ¿Y tienes hijos?
No, no tengo hijos y soy soltera.
Ah, bueno. ¿Cuánto tiempo tienes ya en la agencia?
Aproximadamente en la agencia puedo tener unos 2 años.
Chicos, 2 años de esta bella mujer. ¿Es cierto que sabes bailar?
Sí, soy bailarina.
Ah, ¿y bailarina de qué clase?
De todo.
¿Cualquier tipo de
Sí, de todo digamos lo que un poquito de todo. He bailado a nivel profesional en diferentes agencias y a nivel internacional también.
Ah, maravilloso, o sea que puedes enseñar a esa pareja.
Sí, a mover un poco y a divertirse.
Tienes mucha alegría, Adri, qué importante.
Muchísimas gracias.
Qué bueno.
La ideal es que obviamente me gusta mucho porque hace que uno pierda esa monotonía y pues se mantenga alegre.
Eso es importante. Y cuéntame, ¿vives con tu familia? ¿Vives sola?
Bueno, sí, actualmente vivo con mi núcleo
Hi
familiar, que
guys,
son mis
good night.
padres.
My name is Manuela. I'm going to be the host tonight. Maria right now cannot make it, but I'm going to be happy to be this night with you. Remember that we are going to do this show to answer all the questions that you can have. So please, if during the show you have some questions, let us know because I'm going to try to answer all that questions tonight. So tonight we are going to talk about the restrictions and the things that you have to keep in mind if you are thinking in come to Colombia. Also, we are going to show you some of interviews that we have from the last tour in Cartagena. That was a very successful tour. We are going to be happy to show you a little bit about this experience that some of our clients they have with us, and you can have a better idea of how it's going to be the social on June. Sorry. So we're going to talk about the restrictions that we have. That right now we don't have so many. We are happy to let you know that right now the persons that they don't have the vaccine, you can come to Colombia because on May 1st, Colombia is not going to require anything to the tourist persons that they don't have the vaccination card, or persons that only have one vaccine and they don't want to put the second one. You are free to come to Colombia because right now the only thing that you have to do is to take the PCR test or take the antigen test to come and visit Colombia. So for those that only have the first vaccine or the ones that they don't have any, you have to keep in mind that if you want to come and visit Colombia, you only have to have the antigen test maximum for 48 hours before your flight. Or if you have the PCR test, it's maximum 72 hours before your flight. So this is only for people who are not vaccinated. For those who are vaccinated, you only have to show your vaccination card and that's it. Okay, so please keep in mind for those that was waiting till all that the restriction was off, is the moment to visit Colombia because finally the government in Colombia is now require the vaccination card. Also for those people that want to go to restaurants, want to go to the movies, or are thinking to plan and have a good time here in Colombia, the mask face is not going to be mandatory. Okay, so you have to keep in mind that you don't have to use you don't have to wear a face mask anymore. And this is going to be from May 1st. Okay, so keep in mind from May 1st till hopefully all this year, you are not going to require the vaccination card or the mask phase. So it's a great news because I know that there was a couple of clients that they don't have the vaccine and they want to visit Colombia. So this is a big news for some clients that they was waiting till this moment. So we are happy to share this news with you. So you can come to Colombia. Remember, it's going to be very, very easy right now. You only have to have, in case that you don't have any vaccine, you only have to take the PCR test or the antigen test. It is the only thing that you are going to need. And of course, you have to check MIG. That is a form that Colombia is required because it's like a migration form. That is the only thing that you have to do before your trip. And this has to be 20 hours in advance from your flight. Also, we want to show you a couple of interviews that we have. But first, I want to tell you that right now we are sold out in our next Spirit Day social that is on June. That is going to be the 10 and 11. No, it's going to start from June 9th. Okay, but the nights of the social is going to be the 10 and 11. So the social is right now, it's sold down. But right now we have a waiting list, and in case that you are interested to be part of this waiting list, you can be part of the waiting list. You have to read to the next emails in case that you are interested. And the email is afacolombiac@gmail.com. Or also you can read to Michelle to her email is groupdesk@loveme.com. So you only have to send an email with your name and let them know that you are interested in be part of the social on June. But right now the social is sold out, so we have a waiting list. But in case that you are wondering if, okay, that is the only choice that I have to come and visit Colombia, no, it's not. There are a lot of other plans, and we are going to be happy to help you during the whole month of June, even during the whole year. But during June, we also help the clients that they don't want to go to the social, but they want to have other kind of plans. Keep in mind that you don't have any problem to visit Colombia during that time. And just let us know when are you coming to Colombia so we can set it up everything for you. But in case that you are interested in come to the socials, also keep in mind that on August, we have our next social in Barranquilla, and we have 15 places for that social, and right now we have 5 spaces that are sold, so we only have 10 left. In case that you are interested in go to the social in Barranquilla, keep in mind that also there are clients that since now are booking for come to that social. So if you want to go to the social, it's the time to let us know that you are interested so we can send you all the information. Also, on September, we are going to have our next social here in Medellin. In case that you don't have time to come during June or during August, keep in mind that our next social on September here in Medellin is going to be September 22. Also, if you want to go to Cartagena, we have a great opportunity to go there because our next social is going to be on November 3rd. So remember the dates. Keep in mind that if you don't have the time right now to come on June, there are going to be on social, extra social in Barranquilla during August. If you don't have to come in August, we have other social here in Medellin in September. And the last one is going to be in Cartagena. So remember that months in case that you want to go to Medellin, Barranquilla, Cartagena, you have the opportunity, okay? And like I was telling you in the beginning, we want to share a little bit about the last social that we have in Cartagena. That was a great social, and we are very happy with the clients that they came, and I think that they have a great experience here. Also, I want to thank you them for trust in us, and make that these kind of things happen, and we can show you a little bit about this experience that for sure was a great experience for most of our clients. So I'm going to show you a couple of interviews, and I hope you enjoy it.
Les quiero presentar a Luz. Luz es nuestra afiliada 189676. Luz, bienvenida. ¿Cómo te encuentras? ¿Cuánto tiempo tienes en la agencia?
Bien, gracias. 2 años aproximadamente.
2 años y todavía no has encontrado tomar en el extranjero. A ver, chicos.
No, todavía no. Para esta noche espero encontrarlo.
Ok, bueno, qué chévere, Luz. ¿Qué te ha parecido el evento de hoy?
Bastante chévere, bastante chicas, excelente. Pues cuando hay tantas, uno siente un poco de nervio, como que seré yo una de las seleccionadas, pero bueno, todas vamos a encontrar.
Bueno, yo creo que más que seleccionadas, vamos a hablar como de qué manera se genera esa conexión, ¿no? Que es lo más importante, exactamente. Si realmente llegas a conectar con un caballero que cumpla con tus expectativas, que eso es fundamental. ¿Tú tienes cuántos años?
27 años.
¿Tienes hijos?
No tengo hijos.
No. ¿Y tienes proyectado tener?
Sí, claro.
¿Cuántos te gustaría?
3.
¡Wow! ¡Qué chévere! Bueno, pero eso está bien. Bueno, mira, Luz, hoy esta noche tenemos este bolsito, tú puedes moverlo para hacer como algo un poquito más dinámico. A ver qué pregunta te sale, a ver qué podemos averiguar de ti. ¿Qué dice?
Me gustaría bailar.
¿Te gusta bailar?
Pues sí, me encanta bailar.
Bastante. ¿Qué tipo de música?
Me gusta mucho el danzar, me gusta mucho el tambor y me gusta mucho la salsa.
Okay. ¿Y eres buena teacher? ¿Eres buena enseñando?
Sí.
Por lo menos, de pronto tú sabes que muchos caballeros del extranjero no tienen ese sabor latino que tenemos nosotros, entonces le puedes enseñar.
Sí, claro, con mucho gusto.
Ese cuerpazo, más todavía. A ver, vamos a ver qué otra preguntita nos sale por aquí. Vamos a ver.
¿Cómo serían tus vacaciones perfectas?
¿Cómo serían esas vacaciones perfectas? ¿Qué país, qué lugar? ¿Cómo la has soñado?
He soñado estar en París. Me encanta mucho todo lo que tiene que ver con agua. Piscina, playa, soy feliz. No pido más. Quiero visitar a París y que en mis vacaciones sean muchos lugares diferentes donde haya playa, piscina.
Voy a las Bahamas, por ejemplo, Cancún.
Claro, todas las...
Bora Bora, todos esos lugares maravillosos.
Exactamente.
Como buena cartagenera también. Vamos a ver qué otra preguntita nos sale por aquí. Vamos a ver.
A ver, ¿qué es lo que más admiras de un caballero?
¿Cuáles son esos valores que más estás esperando encontrar en ese caballero ideal? ¿Qué admiras en esa persona? ¿Qué admirarías? Porque todavía no la has conocido.
Yo lo que más tomo en cuenta en un caballero es la responsabilidad, la honestidad, la sinceridad y la confianza. Solo eso.
Son valores bonitos porque en eso se basa muchísimo pues todo lo que es la relación como tal, ¿no? Si no hay confianza, si no hay honestidad, pues es un poquito difícil como avanzar en ese sentido. Bueno, vámonos con otra preguntita, a ver qué tal.
¿Cuál sería tu plan romántico ideal?
¿Cuál sería tu plan romántico ideal? A ver.
Ay,
a ver si hay un chico por ahí que te quiere complacer.
No sé.
Plan romántico. A ver, hablaste de Francia. Pero bueno, si no nos vamos como tan lejos, de pronto, algo aquí en Cartagena, ¿qué planes románticos sugerirías para una primera cita, por ejemplo? Cartagena es muy romántica.
Sí, no sé. En un restaurante con vista al mar. Como pueden ver, me gusta todo lo que tiene que ver con mar.
¿En un bello atardecer?
En un bello atardecer, exacto. Algo que sea divino y el plato que sea también de mar. Okay. Me encanta. Solo eso. Divinamente.
¿Y qué tal de pronto un paseo en un bote viendo un atardecer con unas copas de champán y una rica comida de mar?
Divinamente, aceptable.
Hasta allá, yo también quiero estar ahí. Bueno, no, súper, de verdad me parece maravilloso. Esperamos de verdad que esta sea una noche y que esta sea la noche. Ya Luz tiene 2 años en la agencia, chicos, pueden contactarla, pueden mandarle una carta, su perfil 189676, una linda cartagenera, soltera, inteligente. Una última pregunta, ¿actualmente estás estudiando, estás trabajando? ¿Qué haces? ¿Cuál es tu profesión?
Estoy trabajando y sí estudié como auxiliar contable. Ahorita soy dueña de mi propio negocio.
¿Emprendedora?
Y sí. Y pues yo misma la administro, yo misma llevo todo el tema contable.
Perfecto. Bueno, una chica emprendedora esperando aquí. Si una persona te envía una carta, ¿cuál sería la pregunta que te llamaría la atención para contestarla? ¿Qué pregunta te gustaría que te hiciera? Como para abrir esa conversación. ¿Qué te llamaría la atención? Acerca de qué tema.
Que si estaría dispuesta a iniciar una relación con él. Pero ¿qué tipo de relación? No, porque puede ser a distancia o presencial. Entonces ahí es donde ese toquecito es el más importante para mí. O sea, sí, vamos a abrir una relación, pero ¿de qué forma? Porque se han visto, tengo conocidos que lo han hecho de esa forma. Entonces
Claro.
ahí es donde yo voy.
Eso va paso a paso. Bueno, esperemos que esta sea la noche, Luz. Ojalá que sí. Gracias por tu tiempo y te deseamos lo mejor del mundo y sabes que puedes confiar en todo el staff de Foreign Affair para hacer lo posible. Así que gracias. Tengo el placer de presentarles a Angélica, otra bella cartagenera, desde nuestro evento en el Hotel Almirante. Angélica es el número de ID 207496, chicos. ¿Cómo está, Angélica? Bienvenida.
Hola, muy bien, emocionada.
Estás preciosa, estás radiante.
Gracias, gracias.
¿Es tu primer evento?
Sí, señora.
Cuéntame qué has escuchado acerca de los eventos de Foreign Affair.
Bueno, de hecho vengo referenciada de una prima que consiguió su pareja acá, entonces pues vengo con... Exactamente, entonces pues vengo por ella.
Okay. ¿Y hace cuánto te inscribiste en la agencia?
Me inscribí hace como un mes, más o menos, aproximadamente.
Cayó de maravilla para que pudieses venir ahora aquí al evento.
Claro que sí.
¿Y cuántos años tienes?
Tengo 32.
¿Tienes hijos?
Tengo una hija de 7 años.
¿Y proyectarías de pronto a querer tener más hijos?
Bueno, sí, quizás, si existe la posibilidad, claro que sí.
Maravilloso. Bueno, vamos a hacer algo. Si quieres, vamos a sacar de aquí una preguntita a ver para ver qué quiere el destino saber de ti, para que los chicos te conozcan un poquito más. Ah, bueno, eso te lo acabo de hacer.
Sí, claro.
Que si tiene hijos y que si quiere tener más hijos.
Exactamente.
Bueno, vamos con otra preguntita entonces. Si quieres saca otra. A ver qué tal. Vamos a ver qué nos dicen. ¿Qué tipo de película te gusta ver?
Bueno, me gustan las películas románticas, me gustan también las de acción y me gustan también un poquito las de terror.
¿Alguna película favorita que se te venga a la mente?
Bueno, ahorita vi de terror las del juego del miedo, más o menos. Esa.
Es que yo soy fanática también del terror.
Ya esas películas ya no vienen.
No, ya no. La profecía, el exorcista.
Sí, excelente, lo mejor.
Bueno, pero ese sería un plan así como para verlo, ¿no? Como que con la pareja de uno y si uno se asusta, así como
Tal cual, así es.
enseguida.
Claro que sí.
Qué bueno, vamos a ver qué otra preguntita nos tenemos por allí. A ver, vamos a mover. A ver qué tal, chicos. Vamos a ver qué más le sale por aquí a Angélica.
¿Cuál sería un lugar ideal para una cita?
Si ese caballero lo consigues esta noche o después, quizás, no importa. ¿Cuál sería para ti ese lugar ideal para esa primera cita? ¿Dónde te gustaría?
Bueno, me gustaría que fuera frente al mar, viendo el atardecer.
Como buena cartagenera.
Así es.
¿Con vino, sin vino?
Con vino.
¿Champán, vino blanco, vino tinto?
Champán.
Vamos a ver, otra pregunta. A ver. Saquemos otra por allí. Qué chévere. A ver. Ajá, ¿cómo te describen tus amigos y familiares?
Bueno, yo soy una persona, pues ellos creo que me describen como una persona muy cálida, responsable, amable, extrovertida, me gusta mucho bailar, soy muy de dar.
Ok. Qué bonito. Eso de dar es maravilloso, es bueno dar y también recibir. Se nota que eres una persona bastante alegre. Si tuvieses que cerrar en este momento y decirle a un caballero que está allí viéndote, envíame una carta y llame esta pregunta, ¿qué pregunta te gustaría que te hiciera? Para generar esa conexión.
Bueno, pues me gustaría que me dijera que quisiera tener de pronto una relación muy seria conmigo.
Okay. ¿Y alguna pregunta en especial con la cual quisieras abrir esa carta? ¿Algo que te llamara la atención?
No se me viene.
Acerca de ti, de la vida.
No sé.
Bueno, está bien, chicos. Ya saben que le gusta bailar. De pronto, algún país que te gustaría visitar. A ver si hay alguien por ahí conectado.
Me gustaría Estados Unidos, Canadá. Me gustaría más que todo allá.
Maravilloso. Bueno, chicos, ya conocieron un poquito de Angélica. Recuerden que su número de perfil es el 207496. Bella cartagenera. Para que puedan tener la oportunidad de establecer una conexión con ella, pueden enviarle una carta y de esa manera, pues, darse esa bella oportunidad. Angélica, gracias. Esperamos que esta noche sea mágica. Tengo el gran placer de presentarle una hermosa afiliada, Glisette. Su ID es 205096. ¿Cómo estás, Glisette? Qué alegría verte.
Muy bien, nena. Muchísimas gracias. Contenta, feliz de estar aquí con todas las expectativas.
Me encanta porque ella disfruta mucho sus eventos.
Sí, claro, al máximo, me los disfruto. Son muy espectaculares, la verdad es que se los recomiendo.
Bueno, pero todavía no has logrado como conectar con esa persona ideal, ¿cierto? Sé que has tenido la oportunidad de conocer a algunos caballeros, pero todavía no ha pasado nada.
Nada, todavía no se ha dado esa oportunidad. No sé si hay química o todavía Dios me tiene preparado algo mucho mejor.
Ajá, porque una mujer tan bella como Glisette, a ver.
Gracias por las flores, pero bueno, toda la fe del mundo.
Claro que sí. Bueno, cuéntale un poco a los chicos que te están viendo en este momento, a los caballeros. ¿Cuántos años tienes tú, Glisette?
Tengo 31 años. Mi nombre es Glisette, como ya lo han dicho. Trabajo en Mamonal. Soy una persona muy alegre, extrovertida. Me gusta reír, me gusta pasarla bien y sentirme bien.
¿Tienes hijos?
Sí, tengo una niña de 12 años. Muy hermosa mi bebé.
Qué bueno. Claro que sí. A ella le encanta bailar, como dijo, y también le encanta enseñar a bailar. Así que la persona que conecte con Glisette sabe que perfectamente va a tener una gran profesora ahí a su lado.
Sí, una gran instructora.
Exacto. Bueno, ¿y qué más te apasiona? ¿Qué más te mueve en el mundo?
Pues me gusta mucho viajar, conocer muchas culturas, muchos países, conocer personas, comentar sus experiencias, pues me agrada mucho eso.
Bueno, de verdad que sí. Esperemos que esta noche sea diferente, que esta noche pues vamos a ver qué pasa, ¿verdad?
Sí, así es, sí. Así va a ser.
Claro que sí. Amén. Bueno, Glisette, dile a esos caballeros que te pueden contactar para saber un poquito más de ti. ¿Qué pregunta te gustaría que te hicieran para una carta, por ejemplo?
Pues que estoy buscando en la agencia, que me gusta y pues que se animen a venir a Cartagena a conocer.
A conocer la bella Cartagena de Indias.
Muy bonita mi ciudad.
Claro que sí. 205096, chicos, si quieres saber un poquito más de esta belleza de mujer cartagenera, colombiana, emprendedora, alegre, optimista. Y bueno, ¿qué más? Aquí está esperándolos. Gracias, Glisette. Feliz noche.
Gracias.
how the social are and what kind of girls we have in each social. Remember, for those that maybe are wondering, every night we have a different kind of girls. So if you're coming to the social, remember that on Friday they are going to be different girls on Saturday. So you are going to have the opportunity to meet around 80 or 100 girls per night. I have a couple of questions about the vaccination requirements right now in Medellin, in Colombia. So I want to remember you guys that Colombia is lifting all the restrictions. So right now, the only thing that you have to keep in mind is that if you don't have any of the vaccine, any vaccine, you only have to take the test 48 hours before your flight. If that test is the antigen test, has to be with 48 hours before your flight. Or if you are having, or if you are going to have the PCR test, that has to be 72 hours before your flight. So keep that in mind. If you only have one vaccine, or if you don't have any vaccine, you have to take the antigen test or the PCR test. If you take the antigen test, has to be 48 hours before the flight. Or if you have the PCR test, has to be a maximum of 72 hours before the flight. That is only for the persons that they don't have any vaccine, or for the persons that they only have one vaccine, okay? For those that have 2, 3, even 4, I don't know, vaccines, you don't have any problem. You don't have to take any test. You only have to fill a MIC check form. That also, if you have any questions about how to fill that form, you can contact us and we are going to help you to fill that form. You can read it to us to the next emails in case that you have any questions about the trip through afamedellin@gmail.com or afacolombiac@gmail.com. Or also you can call Phoenix. The number is 602-553-8178. In case that you want to, in case that you have any questions, you can contact us right there, and we are going to answer all the questions that you have about plans or about restrictions, about how to fill a check MIC for came to Colombia. So we're not going to have any problem in case that you need a couple of help. And also I have other person, one moment. Chris, he's asking if do the guys have to use a registered test or a home test? It's a very important question, Chris, because the idea is that you take your test in a place that is certified for this type of test, okay? So if you have a home test, maybe it's not going to be worth it to come to Colombia. So it's better if you don't take the risk and you go to these kind of places that are certified for this kind of test, and you just take your test right there. Okay? So remember, guys, right now you can visit Colombia anytime that you want, even for those clients that they don't have any vaccine. Right now you are willing to come to Colombia. If you don't have any vaccine, you are willing to visit Colombia. So we are happy to share that news with you, because I know that there are a couple of, or plenty of clients that they was asking me if the restriction was going on here in Medellin. So remember, since May 1st, you are not going to need the face mask. You don't have to wear the face mask inside of restaurants, bars, movie theaters, or any places. And even outside, you are not going to have to wear that face mask, okay? And Remember, guys, also keep in mind that our next social it's very soon. But for those clients that they don't have the time to came during that specific time of the year, or that they are looking for something different, we have plenty of different kind of plans, and we are going to be happy to help you in case that you want to come and have individual dates, or in case that you want to set it up video calls with the girls, or in case that you want to do the Latin club with us. You are willing to do it any time of the year, even if it's during those days, okay? Because on June we have the social, but we also have the space to help the clients that want to come and take a different kind of service. So keep in mind that the social, the Spirit Day, is not the only program that we have. We have plenty of different kind of plans. Also, we have the Elite plan, where it's a very specific plan that we do with you guys during a couple of months, where each office here in Colombia is going to help you to find the girl, the correct one for you. All the offices are going to be working with you in the search of this girl, this special girl. So this is a great plan and a great opportunity for that client that maybe they have a busy agenda, or they have a busy schedule, and they don't have the time to come here and come here right away. So they want to start the process having maybe some video calls with the girls and some recommendations also, and have a very specific plan for them, for what they are looking for. So remember that we have plenty of different plans. In case that you are interested in know a little bit more about that plans, you can read us to our emails, and we are going to be happy to help you. I'm sorry. So we have okay, for Eric, he's telling us that maybe my check form can be a little bit confusing. So I want to remember you that if you need any kind of help filling all this information, you can read it to us, and we are going to be happy to help you. It's very easier because on internet, on Google, you only have to put Check Me Colombia, and they have the option in Spanish and in English. So of course, if you don't speak Spanish, put English, and it's going to be very easier to fill, but has to be with at least 12 hours in advance, because don't try to do it before your trip, like a couple minutes before, because sometimes the website is very slow, so you don't take any risk, because that form is very important to come to Colombia. Okay, I'm going to start to answer some of the questions. So Art, if you want to find more about the programs, please read it to us, and we are going to send you all the information. We can send you the brochure. Also remember that we have different kind of plans. We have a Spirit Date socials, like the one that we are going to have on June. That is our tour that can be for 7, 10, or 14 days. We also have individual dates where you pay a membership fee plus every day date that you have. We have also the Latin Club that can be for 7, 10, or 14 days. Where you have a lot of girls for 14 days. So that one is a great opportunity for you guys to meet a lot of girls. And of course, we send your profile to the girls, and you send the girls that you are interested in meet. And we're trying to pick the best girls for you, and we're trying to set it up the dates for you with all the girls that you pick. So you can have the opportunity to meet all the girls that you are really interested. Okay, so if you have any questions about the programs that we have, you can call Phoenix office and they can put you in contact with us. The number for call Phoenix is 602-553-8178, and you can ask for Michelle, and Michelle is going to help you, okay? And she's going to put you in contact with us. Okay, Bo is asking what is the difference between tours in Medellin versus tours in Cartagena? Okay, Colombia is Colombia, okay, but each city is different and the girls are also different, right? So Cartagena is in the coast area in Colombia and Medellin it's more in the middle of Colombia. So that make that the difference is a little bit bigger because in the coast area, also the girls, you are going to note the difference between the girls that are in the coast than the girls that maybe are here in Medellin. Here in Medellin, maybe you can find a mix of everything. In the coast area, the girls usually are very happy. They dance really, really good. And of course, they have more Afro-Colombian genes in them. So the difference is not going to be like super, super big because in the end we are Colombians, we are Latinas. But of course there are a difference between the girls here and the girls in Cartagena. It's nice if you have the opportunity to go to each city and see for yourself how the girls are. But in the end, I think that Latinas, we are very attentive, we are very romantic, we like to be very feminine. So in the end, we are Latinas, right? But of course, in each city, there are big differences because each city is different, right? The coast area is going to be like more, the people is more relaxed, the people live day by day. But here in Medellin, people can be more friendly. People here, it's also a little bit more like working and doing them things. So they don't think a lot in parties or having fun, and they are not super, super relaxed like in the coast area. In the coast area, you feel a different kind of vibe. So it's nice. I mean, it's like each girl is different. Even here in Medellin, you are going to notice the difference between some girls from a specific town. But like I was telling you, in the end, we are Latinas and we are very, very romantic, very passionate, very feminine. Okay, so I hope that I answered to you, Bo. And also give the opportunity to yourself and to meet each city, Cartagena and Medellin, because are very, very different cities. And I think that you are going to have a good experience if you have the opportunity to go to Medellin and Cartagena too. Okay, Michael is asking me if all the ladies understand English. And I have to tell you that not all the ladies, they speak English, but we have a couple of girls that of course they speak English and they understand English, and you are not going to have any problem. Even if you are looking only for girls that speak English, you are going to find it here with us. But I always tell the guys, be open-minded. If you are coming to Colombia, of course, the native language is Spanish here, but not like, for example, in Mexico, that if you are near to the border, you know that a lot of Mexicans, they speak English. But here in Colombia, of course, we have a couple of girls. We have a lot of girls that they speak English, but our native language is Spanish. So if you come to Colombia, be open to have that experience also. Don't close yourself to only meet girls that only speak English. Because if you are open-minded to meet girls that maybe they don't speak English, but they have a great personality, you are going to be surprised of the quality of girls that you are going to find. Okay. If Jake is telling me that he's not a Latin person, but he speaks some Spanish and he wants to live in Barranquilla. And I want to tell you that Colombia, it's a great place to move here. We have a lot of retired persons that they came to Colombia and they say like they don't want to come back to the United States. So Barranquilla is very nice. People there is also very, very friendly. It's very near to Cartagena, so you are going to have the ocean very near to you. It's like 2 hours away. So it's a great place to move and start your life there. Okay, Steven, he's asking, do the airlines flight to Colombia still require proof of vaccination? So no, the answer is no, but remember, you have to keep in mind that it's going to be since May 1st, okay? Keep in mind that date because right now they are going to require something to you, some vaccination card and everything, but the next month they are not going to require anything to you. The only thing that you have to have with you in case that you don't have any vaccine is the PCR test or the antigen test, okay? And fill check-me form. That is the only thing that you have to do. Okay, DeAndre is telling me that he is going to be here on June 8th. So DeAndre, we are going to happy to help you. And I hope that you have a great, great experience here in Medellin. I'm sure that you are going to have a great experience and we are going to be happy to have you here. You are 28 years old, so okay, that is great. I'm glad that you are looking for things and you are choosing Colombia for have the opportunity to meet a really nice person and spend the rest of your life with a Colombian girl. That is a great news. So thank you for trust in us, Andrea. And I hope that we can find you a great girl for you, okay? Okay, Niles, he's asking me if there are any city in Colombia where girls are more family oriented. And I have to tell you, like most of the cities here in Colombia, we are very family oriented. Like Latin culture is very focused on family. So we love our families. We are very near to our family. We like to have a good relationship with our moms, with our brothers, sisters, with our grandmothers. So most of Colombians, we are very family oriented. I think that that is one of the things that you notice here because we are very close to our families. But I cannot tell you that there are a city where you are going to find more girls that are more family oriented. Maybe when you are in a big, big city, like maybe Bogota, you are going to find people around the around Colombia. So usually it's people that is not living with them families, so they are a little bit more independent. But even that, when it's vacation time, usually that persons that lives in other cities or other countries are from Colombia, they want to visit them families. So if you are looking for a Latina, remember that family is very important for us. Okay, Brian is asking me how much money he is going to need for going dates, and also how much is the interpreter. So for the interpreter service, it's important that you keep in mind that it's going to be $20 per hour, okay? Also, if you are going to use the interpreter for more than 8 hours per date, we can give you a discount. But usually it's $20 per hour, and it's a very good rate. because she is going to help you, and they are also a kind of matchmaker. So if you don't have any questions or you are a little bit shy, she's going to help to make everything easier for you. Okay, so interpreter is not only the person that make the translation service. The interpreter here with in our office is also a kind of matchmaker, and it's a person that is very helpful to our clients. And most of our clients, when they have the interpreter, they only want to take the dates with the interpreter, but not because the language goes very well. So they like to have that kind of help with the interpreter. And for the dates, guys, remember that if you came from United States and you want to exchange your money here, the exchange rate is very good for you guys. So usually, for give you like an idea, an Uber can be $2 for you. Usually it's $2, $3, maybe $4 for you. Okay, so here Colombia is very, very cheap. And in a day you can spend around, I don't know, it's not going to be a lot of money, but if you want to go in a nice restaurant and have a dessert and drinks and everything, can be like $30, no more than that. Of course, there are specific places where it's like a fancy place where you can spend a little bit more. But to give you a kind of an idea, a burger here can be around $2-3 for you. If you go to in a like a fancy restaurant, I don't know, a burger can be like $10, something like that. So it's not going to be very, very expensive for you. Usually here, Colombia is very cheap for most of our clients. So don't be afraid of that. Just enjoy the moment. You are on vacations. And like I was telling you, Colombia is not expensive. It's not like an expensive country, okay? Okay, Javier is asking me that he's 33 years old, if he can go in person. And of course, I mean, if you want to come to Colombia and have individual dates, you can come to Medellin, Cartagena, Barranquilla, and we are going to help you and set it up the dates for you. It's very important, guys, that you keep in mind something. We don't do like blind dates. So usually we send your profile to the girls and they have to be agreed in going a date with you. Okay, that is very important that you keep in mind. So if you want to go in dates, it's important that you send us your profile with a couple of pictures of yourself, a short self-description, and we send that information to the girls. So in case that you are planning to come to Colombia, it's nice if you let us know with at least 5 days in advance, so we can send your profile to the girls and we can set it up the dates for the girls. Okay, so guys, I also want to share with you an interview that we have. We have a great client. His name is Jose. He went in our last social in Cartagena. So I want to share that interview with you, so you have the opportunity to see how good is this experience for most of our clients. Okay, so I hope that you enjoyed that interview, and after that, I'm going to answer all the other questions that we have.
And I'm here now with Jose. And Jose, how are you doing? How was the second night?
Very excited. I'm very, very excited. Like I said, I'm from New York, and I was looking into this about 6 weeks ago.
Only 6 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Good.
And to be honest with you, as a New Yorker, as I said many times, when anything sounds too good or looks too good, our mentality is that it's a scam. I did my homework. I went online. I looked into it many times. So for a lot of videos I saw. So I decided, listen, the only way I can prove this, whether this is a scam or not, is for me to go myself. And I share with you, I'm baffled. I'm amazed how great this is. I mean, one of the things that I have realized is that a lot of guys was actually suggesting I call them keyboard lovers. They get into that, trying to write letters, write an email, and all that stuff. Guys, you need to get off the keyboard, please. You have to come, because I don't care what anybody tells me. It's a different atmosphere as opposed when you talk to someone face to face, as opposed just writing letters and so forth. Instead of spending your money and become a keyboard lover, save your money and come to the tour. You're going to realize how great this is, how real this is. It's phenomenal. My first tour is it's in Colombian, Cartagena, right? Cartagena, right? Yes, I love it. It's the first time. I love the country, the music, the style.
How's the city? We did the city tour.
The city. I mean, I'm baffled. I'm already planning on coming back. Absolutely. So my thing is that, listen, guys, I can't suggest how great this is, how awesome this is, and the only thing I can tell you, the only way that you can find out how real this is that for you to come here and find it yourself, and that's what I advise you to do.
Great, great. And you said you like today better than yesterday. Why is that?
Well, because I believe that I came here with the intention we're looking for that one specific girl, and guess what? I found her. And yes, and I'm thrilled. I'm just very thrilled.
And you found her, but you did not go out with her yet, or did you?
No, we spoke and everything. It looks very promising. But that's the whole process. You know, like I said,
do you have a connection?
Right, it's a connection. Now, we spoke for about 2 hours, and what's important is about that 2 hours that I spoke with her, it probably would have taken me months and the internet just chatting back and forth. So you have to look at time consuming between money and time. You can avoid that, because it's a whole different story when you can decipher someone when you talk to them face to face, as opposed through emails. That's my opinion, and I can see that I'm proven fact for that, how real this is, how much of an effect that is.
And now you were watching it, and you had certain expectations, I imagine, before you traveled, before you saw the social and the video. So what would you say between I saw it, what you said, maybe too good to be true, maybe it's a scam, but your expectation when you came and then how you experienced it, would you say would be the same or would be completely different?
No, well, let's be honest. You know, think about this. We're used to that. There's a pretty girl, and you got so many guys on top of it. This was totally the opposite. It was like, wow, so many. You got 16 guys and over 110 females. It's like, what? This is a whole different avenue. Yes, and one of the things that I realized, it's amazing. Your problem is not finding the girl. It's deciding which is the one of the many. That's the problem, because obviously you're eventually gonna be one. Not you're gonna take not 10, 15 girls. So it takes time, progressively, where you have to be able to decipher which is the one that you find that chemistry with, which eventually long term she's going to be your wife, and that's what I'm looking to. And I feel very hopeful that I think I found a girl which I'm looking forward to. That it looks very promising. When I went to the agency, I was amazed. The assistant, the help, how much effort they put into want to help you, because the mentality is if you become successful, guess what? They become successful. If you become a failure, it's their failure. So their main goal is for you to be able to succeed. And I saw that for myself. I went there to the office and so, which is 2 blocks away from my hotel, and everything was just taken care of. You know, they make sure everything what needed to be done, the room and so forth. It was precisely very organized. And listen, if you would ask me to rate them, it would be definitely a 10 plus.
Thank you so much. It's so beautiful to hear that. And it took you only 6 weeks to take the decision. And what was it that said, okay, this is it?
Well, there was one evening I was home and I was going through YouTube, just watching, and it's popped up, and it was very interesting. I said, wow, it's very different than everything else. Most, and I'm not going to mention any name, there's websites out there that you pay a monthly fee, and you can date and you can chat for girls and anything. That's why I call them keyboard lovers. This is a whole different strategy. This is something that you keep it simple. You send a letter. She reads your profile, she responds, you invite it, and then the next thing is to make plans for her to come here. And it saves a lot of time.
Oh, so that is amazing to hear. And what you're saying is very important, because the women actually get tired of writing letters too. The women really want to meet you. They use the letter obviously as a tool to get to know you while you are on the other side of the planet. But really what they want is to meet you, to come here, to see you, to feel you, to talk to you, to experience the culture, to experience you, and they are so grateful. If you see, we have a room full of women who come and want to really meet nice and serious men, and they are just grateful that you are here, and they appreciate you, and I think this is something very special, no?
It's amazing that you're saying that, because I was talking to one of the guys at the event, right? and we were talking, and he was saying, Jose, I hope that I get lucky and I find someone. And it was amazing because he didn't have that expectation, but after the tour, guess what? After the social, he realized, guess what? He didn't have one, but he had two. Then he had to decide which is the other. And then I told him his name. I'm not going to mention his name. And I told him, you see what happened? You see, you was expecting this, and guess what? It turned out because, think about it, guys. You're talking about over 100 women, and there's 16 guys. There is no doubt that someone is going to, you will find somebody. Like I said, that's not, without question.
They're motivated.
Yes. These are women that you have to understand. They're looking for someone serious. They're looking for a serious relationship. That's the key thing. They're not looking to be with you 3 or 4 or 5 months and then move on with their life. They're looking for a man that's very serious, looking for a relationship that's very firm in what he says, very stable and so forth. And if you meet those qualities, guess what? You will not have a problem meeting your companion. I mean, it can't be any clearer than that.
Good. So that's good. Yeah, and I agree with you. The connections is not the problem. Sometimes it's the cultural differences afterwards. But like finding a nice and beautiful woman who's serious and who likes you and who's interested in you is actually not that difficult. You would now sit at home and say, yeah, that sounds too good to be true. Might be a scam. Should be not like that because I have not that luck in my hometown or I'm not that luck in my home country. But this is why international dating might be a thing, looking into it, because it's really something completely different. And if you like the culture, if you experience the culture, you will really feel comfortable in the woman. It's like, I don't know, I feel at home. Like you just arrived and it's like, wow, it's like my home. I don't know if you have the same feeling, but for me it was always like that.
Not only that, apart from everything, apart from the tour, the social so forth, it's the fact that it's actually a vacation. You get to see the country, you get to travel, you get to see many things, the beach and so forth. So apart from the fact that you come in for a purpose, you got to understand it's also a great vacation because everything's included. It's amazing. It's great. So not only you're coming for that objection, but also the fact that you're going to be able to enjoy the country, the culture, the food. I mean, it's amazing. It's great. It's great. If anything, I think personally, you know what? I'm already planning my next one, not because I'm looking for someone, but just the fact of being able to come for another vacation. That's how I'm seeing it. I'm excited, guys. I'm so excited.
Jose, we're excited too, and thank you so much for sharing your experience and sharing your feedback and telling how you feel it, because that's, as you said, like, if you say, I experienced it, this is real, I like the woman, and you had already good connections. I think you had quite a few already, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So the problem is who?
That's not true. Now I have to decipher which is the one, but connection was not a problem.
The important thing is that you take the decision to come, because Jose is saying, like, you can write letters, and this is not a bad thing. Letters are great, but you don't have to write letters for 5 months, for 3 months, for whatever. If you, what you said, like 1, 2, 3 letters saying, I'm coming, this is me, how you doing, I would like to meet you, are you available? And she says yes and no, that's most of the times enough. Yep. So Jose, one final comment, one final recommendation to the ones who are sitting at home.
10 plus. That's it. Can't put it any better.
Okay, 10 plus. Thank you so much, Jose. No, and thank you, really. Thank you for your feedback. Thank you for sharing that.
I'm very grateful, Maria. Yes, Maria. She's been, guys, if this is one person that's very much inspired, motivated, she brings life into this. And then I just can't, I'm just amazed. It's just amazed. I love what she has done. She does it with such a passion. And it's because of the simple fact, because she believed in what she's doing. And it becomes vivid in her life and the lives of many people. So I can't just put it in. Thank you very much.
Oh, and thank you for your nice words.
She's coming to my wedding.
Ah, thank you. Yes, I would love that. Yes. Jose, thank you so much. Bye, guys. Good night.
With Jose, I saw that Aurel he had a couple of questions about how the social is. So I hope that with that interview you can have a better idea of how works the social, how is the experience for the clients. And like I was telling you, it's a great experience to meet a lot of girls that are coming to meet you, to spend the time with you, and to have the opportunity to date with you. Every night we have different kind of girls. So if you go Friday, you are going to see different girls on Saturday. So you are going to meet kind of 200 or more girls per night. So it's a great experience, guys, and it's like it's a speedy date process, right? So you go table per table and you have the opportunity to meet each girl that is in each table. And it's a great experience. And also we, during the tours, we do city tours, we do other kind of trips for you, so you have the opportunity to spend with the girls that you feel connection during the social, so you can go with them during the tours that we organize for you. We also do like a Chiba bus party, so it's great. It's a great experience, and most of our clients, they really enjoy to be part of the social. Richard is asking me how often are the trips. So Richard, that depends of the city. So right now in Barranquilla, we have 2 tours per year. In Cartagena, we also have 2 tours per year. And here in Medellin, we have 3 tours per year. So the dates here in Medellin are June and September for the tours. In Barranquilla, the last one is going to be on August, and on Cartagena, the last one is going to be on November. So we are going to have a couple more of tours here in Colombia. So in case that you are interested, you also can go to loveme.com, and you can look for I'm going to tell you tour dates for Latin America, and there you are going to find the exactly dates for our next tours, okay? Okay, Sly is asking if Latinas like a candlelight spaghetti dinner. And of course, if you're dating with a Latin girl, I think that that is a great opportunity to really show that you are interested on her, because we love romantic guys. We like special guys. And a way to conquer a Colombian girl, or have a I don't know, have a smile on her face. I think that is that, like, when we have a kind of guy that is interested in us, and he's special, like with a chocolate, with a rose or something like that, that make us feel very, very good. So if you're a special guy, I think that that is the correct way to conquer a Latin girl. Okay, Brisk is asking me what are the names of the tests that Colombia is required. So remember, Brisk, we have 2 kind of tests. One is the antigen test that has to be with 48 hours before your trip. And the other one is the PCR test that has to be maximum 72 hours before your flight. Okay, that ones are the only 2 that you have to take. There are other kind of tests that also is going to be okay, but those 2 are the easy ones. So it's better if you talk only one of that ones, okay? And you are not going to have any problem. Only with one of those that one, and that's it. And feel check me, okay? Okay, so guys, I hope that everything was fine for you this night, that I answered all the questions that you have. I think that I answered all the questions. So if not, please let us know, because we can answer the questions after this Latin show. Thank you so much for joining me this night, for be part of this special moment that we want to have with you guys, because it's very nice to feel all that emotion, and to feel that there are a lot of persons that want to come to Colombia, that want to be part of our agency, and they are very interested in Colombia, and know a little bit more about us, the Colombian girls. So thank you for being part of this special space that we bring to you, to answer all the questions that you have. And also thank you for make me be part of this experience for you, because I'm very happy to help all the guys that came to our office in Medellin. Office in a happy to and so much for being let us know. Thank you so much, and I hope that you have a great night here in Colombia. It's already night, so thank you so much, guys, and I hope to see you the next Latin show that we are going to have. Have a great night. Bye.
Yeah, you can just get a few drops of alcohol there.
This must be the building. Hello?
Not breathe as hard as we are.
So this is your office, huh?
Yeah, this is our operations center in Costa Rica. Okay, wait out there. Come on in, please.
She ran this whole week down like a gallon of water.
I'm big mess. It's the red hair, I think. That's what did it. Maroon.
Hey, I like it.
No, I just drive for a long time. Stay out on the road for months.
I haven't been home since July 5th.
Last year?
No.
Wait, July?
Yeah, last year, yeah.
You on the roads all that time?
Yeah. During 2020, I was on the road the whole entire year until February 2021.
Wow. How old are you?
I just turned 28.
Yeah, you can do that.
Man, I feel just like a rock star.
I don't really care if you have money or not, but there are some guys that make a mistake. They come to the lady in order to impress the lady, okay? Well, you know, I have properties, I have 10 cars, I have 10 condominiums. Hey, that's a, I mean, by saying that kind of thing, what are you going to get? An interested lady who is pretend you to be her sugar daddy. So the most important thing is to show yourself as a person. Try to be a very simple man. Simple as that. Because, I mean, that could be misunderstood. And then, at the end, you might have, okay, well, you know, I really want to follow a campaign with this lady because she wanted me to spend a lot of money. And I did. I spent about $10,000 in her. When something that is not completely right, please let us know immediately. Yes, sir, go ahead, please.
So, if the lady asks you to take her to Victoria's Secret to do underwear shopping, is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Okay. You have to
We'll think about that, but you can tell me later.
So you know that every lady has an ID number. So, for example, let's put this example. This is a lady that has an ID number, and this yellow dot here, it means that she can speak some English. With the red dot, it means that the lady can speak very good English, so she doesn't need the help of an interpreter in case that you want to set up a meeting with her. The star here, without the ID number, it means that the lady is a new lady. Okay, so where is her information? I will have it at the office because I mean maybe she signed up the same day of the social. And the red color here, be aware of those ladies because it could be that you write one of those ladies.
One of the reasons also why the ladies come to us is because they are not interested in meeting any big men. Okay, so they unfortunately or fortunately they don't have good reputation with the local women. So they come to us because they would like to meet somebody nice, somebody sincere, somebody who is looking for a long-term relationship. So that's pretty much the reason why they come to us. You know.
Before I forget, okay, at each table there will be like pieces of papers, like small papers like this, and each lady will write down her number on the list, her name, and contact information. So that makes things a bit easier for you. So before you leave each table, you just say nicely, hey, who would like to share contact information with me? And that really, I mean, it's very helpful because it's not just your opinion about that you like that girl. No, it's also about the lady's opinion if they like you. So that saves you a lot of time. So you just ask for the contact information, who wants to share it, and then
saying there'll be pieces of paper on the table, and at the end, before they leave, and change tables.
Before you leave,
You ask them if they have interest to fill out and give the information, and what you're saying is the ones that'll hand you back papers with their information are basically saying they're interested in you.
yes, exactly.